looking at the bug eyes in the room through the glass. That's really strange. Is it just my illusion? It didn't feel difficult to subdue him. And Zhang Kai, Shan Shan, and the others have the same thought. At this time, Shen Bo heard Yi Ming. Damn it. Wasted so much time here. That little bastard probably already got the weapon. But just then, Yi Ming stepped out from the corner. Who are you calling a little bastard, old thing? Damn. I don't know which warehouse that bastard Zhang Xiaoyang hid the weapon in. I've been searching for a long time and only found Yi Ming. But it's more than enough to deal with you guys. After I clean you up, I'll take my time to find it. Now listen to my orders. All of you get into the house behind you. Hearing this, Zhang Kai immediately questioned. Lu Yiming, what the hell are you trying to do? Brother Xiaoyang is our savior. But Yi Ming looked contemptuous. What the hell is a savior? Don't you look at his usual arrogant appearance? Just because he saved our lives. Do we have to be his slaves for the rest of our lives? Hearing this, Shen Bo immediately became angry. You've got to be kidding me. A thankless wretch. Xiaoyang was blind to save you. At this time, Yanjing chimed in. Yiming, don't be like that. But Yiming couldn't care less at this point. Enough of your nonsense. Just do as I say. Little did he know that Uncle Chong in the infirmary was staring intently at him. The murderous intent in his eyes looked like he wanted to kill. He was hissing from his mouth. He was holding the key to the infirmary door in his hand. Meanwhile, at Rongshang Courtyard. Just one more block and you'll be at Jinyi Mansion. The terrain in the neighborhood is very complex. It's easy for zombies to lurk. Young man, you must be careful. After you find the person you're looking for, remember to come back and meet us at Rongshang Courtyard. We're in Building 8. Remember to go through the side door, not the main entrance. Wen Yan, I immediately gave him a thumbs up. Thank you for your reminder. Watching my departing figure, Song Shu asked Uncle Li. Aren't we going to follow and help him? After all, he's considered our savior. But Uncle Li said that we don't know the situation inside Jinyi Mansion. If we stray in there, don't even think about coming back alive. We've given all the reminders we could. It's just a pity he has such good skills. Hopefully he can return safely. Meanwhile, in Jinyi Mansion, the downstairs is packed with zombies. I've been holding back for so long. I have to release tonight. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep at all. At this time, a companion chimed in. You're right. Zhang Shengja is probably halfway dead. When we release, let's tie up his wife. That way, the woman won't have a chance to kill herself. Let's just enjoy ourselves first, no matter what. Who knows when we'll get hit by zombies? Helplessly, Brother Li could only agree. Okay, then. But you guys have to be careful. Don't kill that woman. While speaking, Brother Li inadvertently glanced downstairs. What's going on outside? Those zombies downstairs. Why have all the zombies fallen? So, Brother Li got up and walked towards the hallway. But found nothing unusual outside. Could it be that rescue has arrived? But the next second, his whole heart was shaken. A purple light flashed without hesitation. Then, a gurgling sound came from Brother Li's throat. And his head fell to the ground with a thud. Only his body remained standing there. Meanwhile, in the room, the woman wore a look of despair. What do you want? Get out of here. But the buzzcut guy didn't care about any of that. He said this as he unbuckled his belt. Alright, stop f-king around. Why don't you be proactive and let me enjoy myself? He said, grabbing the child from the woman's arms. With a slap, he hit the woman. Then he threw the child aside like garbage. Aside. Just be obedient. You are our target. I've been holding back for too long. At this time, the boy still wanted to resist. I'm going to fight you. But all that was heard was his scream. The boy was thrown out the door by the buzzcut guy. Then the door slammed shut. You bad guys, let my mom go. Otherwise, my dad will never let you off easy when he gets back. But as soon as the boy finished speaking, Brother Li's headless corpse thumped and fell inside. The boy was initially stunned. But when he saw the corpse, he was even more terrified. Then a voice came from outside the door. Kid. The boy's mouth dropped open. Who are you? But I just asked him calmly. Zhang Shengja is your dad, right? Yes. Zhang Shengja is my dad. What do you want? At the same time, the woman in the room had her coat ripped off. Her eyes were filled with tears, looking pitiful. But the next second, they heard him say. Yang Dao immediately slapped her. Damn it, scream for me. Afraid your son will hear? Hurry up and scream for me. Otherwise, we won't be satisfied. But Pingtu was stroking the woman's sleeve. If she doesn't want to scream, she doesn't have to. Then I'll go first. Suddenly, the door burst open with a bang. The men thought the boy did it. That little brat is pretty strong. He can actually kick the door open. But before he could finish, there was a crack from his neck. Seeing this, Yang Dao looked puzzled and angry. What are you standing there for? Kick that little brat out. But as soon as he said that, the thug fell directly to the ground. His head rolled to the side. Seeing this, Pingtu and the others were dumbfounded. Yang Dao was even sweating profusely. What's going on? But the next second, I directly grabbed Yang Dao's neck and instantly flipped him over heavily. Immediately, Yang Dao started wailing. And from his mouth, he spat out a mouthful of vintage 82 blood. Seeing this, the crew cut, enraged, immediately questioned. Who are you? What do you want? Hearing this, I was too lazy to waste words with him, and directly stomped on his face. At the same time, back at the Doomsday Fortress, someone holding a gun warned. I'll say it one last time. Move, or I'll shoot. Hearing this, Sonic immediately responded. This guy has a gun. Listen to him, go to the room, he said. You guys do as he says first, I'll figure out the rest. But one person had no faith in Sonic's plan at all. Not even a bit. Hey, a dying man, and you're going to figure things out? Looks like if I don't kill someone today, I won't be able to establish my authority. Then I'll have to inconvenience you first, old dang. With that, he was about to pull the trigger on the spot. Seeing this, Shanshan and Zhang Kai, enraged, were about to copy. No. Stop it, Yi Ming. But just then, the door of the infirmary suddenly rang. One of them immediately heard the sound and looked inside. What's going on? The infirmary was locked. Why would the door unlock from the inside? But the next second, everyone was dumbfounded. Chang Yi came out after opening the door. And the key was still in the door. Could it be that Chen Chang opened the door himself? That's impossible. He's a Ravager, he couldn't possibly use a key. But at this moment, Chen Chang's eyes were bloodshot. And he was staring intently at Yiming in front of him. Saliva involuntarily dripped from his mouth. Seeing this, Yiming immediately said angrily. Chen Chang, you bastard. As a zombie, you can even use a key to open the door? It seems you definitely can't be allowed to stay alive. He said and pulled the trigger without hesitation. Only to hear a few clicks. Unexpectedly, at this crucial moment, the gun misfired. Yiming suddenly felt terrible. Why did the gun suddenly misfire? What to do now? But at this moment, Chang Yi, who had become a zombie, suddenly rushed over and grabbed Yiming's neck. Seeing this, Yiming also blocked. Damn it, I'm going to fight you. But how could he be a match for Chang Yi, who had become a zombie? He was immediately pinned to the ground by Chang Yi, only able to let out desperate wails. After zombie Chong Ye finished off one person, it didn't attack Sheng Bo and the others behind it. Instead, it dragged the corpse of the person and silently returned to the infirmary. Zhang Kai and the others on the scene were also completely bewildered. What exactly is going on? When we caught him before, he was very gentle. Hearing their discussion, zombie Chong Ye suddenly stopped. Sheng Bo and Shanshan were so scared that they covered their stomachs. They were afraid that zombie Chong Ye would come and attack them. But zombie Chong Ye just took the key from the door and threw it directly at them. With a snap, it landed in front of Sheng Bo. Then, it heavily closed the infirmary door. Sheng Bo and the others were completely confused by zombie Chong Ye's series of actions. They couldn't make heads or tails of it. At the same time, I had already controlled Yang Dao and the others. They were kneeling on the ground, constantly begging me for mercy. I didn't even bother to pay attention to people like them, but coldly said to Zhang Shengzhe's son, Xiaoshe, Kid, come here. Upon hearing this, Zhang Shengzhe's wife immediately hugged Xiaoshe. What? What are you calling him over for? I didn't answer. Instead, I continued to signal him to come over quickly. Xiaoshe then directly pulled away from his mother's embrace. Mom, I'm okay. Let me go over. Then I took out a paintbrush. Kid, take it. Then I pointed to Yang Dao and the others to the side. Kid, come over and kill them. Upon hearing this, Xiaoshe immediately trembled with fear. Yang Dao looked at me in disbelief. Brother Yang, no. Brother Yang, spare us. We won't dare to do it again. Zhang Shengzhe's wife also said nervously from the side. Big brother, he's just a child. Wen Yan, I just responded lightly. But from today on, he's no longer a child. Take it, Xiaoshe. From now on, you are the only man who can protect your mother. Now, muster your courage. And kill these beasts who hurt your mother. Hearing this, Xiaoshui immediately picked up the dagger. Then recalled what Yang Dao and the others had done. His eyes instantly turned extremely cold. Tears then streamed from his eyes. The next second, he roared angrily. And rushed over with the dagger in both hands. Blood instantly splattered. Yang Dao and his men fell in front of him on the spot. Seeing such a bloody scene, Zhang's mother looked terrified. And struggled to utter 2 words. Xiaoshui. Wen Yan. Xiaoshui did not answer. But looked at me and asked him. Uncle. My dad. Has he already been killed by these people? That's right, I answered softly. Correct. As soon as the words left my mouth, the dagger in Xiaoshui's hand fell to the ground with a clang. Then, the mother and son hugged each other tightly. Mom. I don't have a father. But in the next second, Zhang Shengzhe's wife suddenly pleaded. Benefactor, I beg you. Take my son away. I'll do anything for you. Mom, I won't leave. I want to stay and protect you. I just glanced at them indifferently. You two are coming with me. I promised Zhang Shengzhe to keep you and your son safe. Then, I took the mother and son downstairs. Looking at the corpses on the ground, Xiaoshui couldn't help but wonder. What is so powerful? That it actually killed so many zombies. I responded coldly. It was me. But in the next second, I seemed to notice something was wrong. So I quickly gestured for them to stop. Sister-in-law, do you know the approximate location of Building 8 in Rongshang Courtyard? She pondered for a moment. Building 8 of Rongshang Courtyard. Should be that building in the direction you're facing. What's wrong? At the same time, Uncle Lee's sighed. A group of bad guys with knives and sticks have blocked the gate. Don't worry. Everyone's supplies will be reasonably distributed. Also, let all women under the age of 40 come with us. A man who looks like a delivery guy asks. What should we do? Should we surrender? But Uncle Lee immediately said no. Those beasts will never keep their promises. At that time, I'm afraid that besides you Ran and How, none of the rest of us will survive. Then the voices of 2 beasts come from outside again. We'll give you 10 minutes. If you don't know what's good for you, we won't leave anyone alive. How about this? We too will go out first and try to beg them to let you go. No, I don't want to. I don't want to become their plaything. At this time, Uncle Lee made a hushed sound. Don't worry, you guys. We will never compromise. Guard the corridor. They can't do anything to us. At this time, the beasts outside are also discussing. Although our weapons are better. The leader of them also has a real gun in his hand. If these sons of bitches keep being cowards, it's not good for us to force our way in. At this time, the leading bastard compromised. We don't need to force our way in. A few of you, go and shut off the water valves for the households on the first floor. I want to see how long they can last. And I had already noticed this person. A young guy nearby asked. Uncle Yang, are these people bad guys? Yes. They're the same as those who bullied you and your mother. They're the same kind of scum. Saying that, he raised his weapon and aimed it at the bastards downstairs. Inside the building, Uncle Lee was also giving instructions. You guys, guard the stairwell. Don't reveal your position. I'll go see what these bastards are doing downstairs. As Uncle Lee peeked down the stairwell. Damn it, all 7 of them are fully armed. And 3 of them have guns. This will be difficult. But the next second, he heard a poof sound. Uncle Lee's whole head suddenly buzzed. Damn it! The bastards who heard the sound were also furious. What's going on? But the next second, they were dumbfounded. Because this shot pierced one of the bastards. With a thud, he fell to the ground. The leader roared, Who is it? Everyone, scatter and hide. And Uncle Lee also spotted that familiar figure in the distance. That time it really was that kid. He actually came back alive from there. Before these bastards could even react. My rifle fired tens of thousands of bullets. The bastards who couldn't dodge were pierced by a bullet hole with a diameter of 100 meters. Seeing this, the leading bastard immediately realized I was good. In order to continue living, he ordered his subordinates to return fire. But I wasn't flustered at all. Because I had the protagonist aura. The bullets fired all automatically went around me. Hee, these bastards are really amateurs. They need to practice more. But that can only be in the next life. And at this time, the leading bastard was also very shocked. Where the hell did this crazy guy come from? Without a word, he just started shooting like crazy. At this rate, I'm going to die here. So he continued to yell at his subordinates. Are you guys stupid? While he's suppressing me, you guys shoot him. What a bunch of useless trash. Helplessly, the bastard subordinates had to step forward. They picked up their guns and shot at me. And I just glanced at them disdainfully. Overestimating themselves. With a sidestep, I dodged his bullets. Then I picked up my rifle and pulled the trigger. Only to hear a few poof sounds. One shot right in the head, one shot right in the heart. Seeing that there were no more guns, the beastly boss who wanted to take the lead became smug. Kid, you're out of bullets, right? Then your death is at hand. Speak. He rushed towards me with a gun. But who am I? I am the protagonist. Therefore, I wasn't flustered at all. Because I predicted the trajectory of his bullet in advance. A twist of my head easily dodged the attack. Then, taking the opportunity, I grabbed his arm. My right hand directly grabbed his weapon. With this smooth set of operations, I directly pointed the gun at his throat. Only heard a poof sound. The bullet went straight through his head along his neck. Solved this leading beast on the spot. It just so happened I didn't have any bullets on me. So I squatted down and searched him for a bit. Then I came to the first floor lobby of the community alone. Several beasts had already been ambushed on both sides. But as the protagonist, I already knew their intentions. Therefore, I was very calm. I didn't move an inch as they rushed over. Only heard a few bang sounds. Several beastly underlings were instantly killed by me on the spot. So I shouted loudly inside. Everyone, come out. Hearing my voice, Uncle Lee and the others came out. But seeing the corpses on the ground, everyone was shocked. Xiao Shuai even sighed with admiration. Xiao Yangshu, you were so cool just now. Jianzhong, I just smiled slightly. Just a small effort. Just then, the system suddenly pinged. New mission, reinforcements. Mission requirement. Incorporate the survivors of Rongshan Courtyard. Reward, 25 points. At this time, I asked Uncle Lee. Who are these people? Wen Yan, Uncle Lee replied. These are the beasts from the Emerald Mountain Villa District. Their hideout is on the south side of the city. Lu Chao, Chen Jia. Did you two run away from the south side of the city? Tell Brother Yang about the Emerald Mountain thing. Brother Yang, it's like this. That group of people were originally evil forces. They have resources and weapons. They have been entrenched in the Emerald Mountain Villa District. All the survivors on the south side of the city. Almost all of them are absorbed by them. Wen Yan, I closed my eyes and thought. No wonder the name Emerald Mountain sounds so familiar. It turns out that in the previous life, it was Li Shushang and Kui Jing's gathering place. Could these people be sent by them? So I continued to ask. If that's the case, then this group of people in Emerald Mountain is the only gathering place on the south side of the city, right? The robust Lu Chao quickly replied. Originally, no. But they all have weapons. Other small settlements, facing their attacks, simply have no ability to resist. And those beasts, every time they take a settlement, kill half of the people first. And then take the young and beautiful women. And those who are willing to join them back with them. Hearing this, my guess was further confirmed. It must be Li Shushang and Kui Jing behind it all. Seeing this scene, Uncle Lee was very puzzled. What's wrong, young friend? I didn't answer. Instead, I asked Uncle Lee to search these three guys. And confiscate their pistols first. And then see if they have any other supplies. These guys should have a lot of bullets. As for this rifle, you can keep it. I'll leave you 5 magazines more. The robust Uncle Lee couldn't believe his eyes. Then what will you do, young friend? But I signaled him not to worry about me. The beasts from Bikui Mountain will definitely not let this go. With these weapons, even if 10 or more of them come, they won't be able to do anything to you. You can hold out here for another 2 days. I'll go back and prepare first. And then I'll go and wipe out those guys' lair. Hearing this, Chen Chao was dumbfounded on the spot. Absolutely not, little friend. The people from Baikao Mountain are ruthless and never leave anyone alive. You're definitely no match for them. And there are dozens of them. Maybe even more now. Uncle Lee chimed in from the side. That's right, little friend. It's not worth risking your life for us. We can just change our base. After all, it's only a few kilometers away. They can't possibly be watching us all the time. Hearing this, I responded calmly. Don't overthink it. I have a personal feud with them. Also, in a few days, I'll find someone to drive a fancy car. To pick you up and take you to the east of the city. To the old T-City area. I've built a tomb fortress there. It just needs a few more people right now. So, I'll be going now. Please be extra careful. Take care, Uncle Lee. Sister-in-law, Shuai, let's go. Evacuate the mountain villa area together. There are people guarding the gate 24 hours a day. And the bodies of those who resisted are hanging outside the gate. At this moment, Li Shushang is talking with several people. A well-mannered red-haired man said, "Haven't the supplies from Jingyi Entertainment City been secured yet?" Hearing this, Li Shushang awkwardly replied, "When GE, it's like this. I've already sent people over. They should be back about now." This was said by a young master-like person standing nearby. Speaking. When GE, the Jingyi Mansion area, is home to quite a few high-end escorts. We can't just focus on the resources in the entertainment city. Right, little Li. Upon hearing this, Li Shushang could only awkwardly force a smile. Brother Kai, we're on the same wavelength. I've already told my men to bring back any living people they can find. But Red Hair Wen GE wasn't thankful at all. Little Li, it's not that I'm saying this. But you haven't accomplished a single task I've assigned you. Upon hearing this, Li Shushang quickly responded. Wen GE, don't worry. This time, what you've assigned, I'll accomplish for you no matter what. Then, Li Shushang quickly walked out of the villa and immediately let out a long breath. The 7 people sent to Dragon Fragrance Garden haven't returned yet? Upon hearing this, a subordinate quickly responded. Brother Li, I sent someone to investigate an hour ago. But the news they brought back was bad. How is that possible? All 7 of them were beaten to death. Isn't Longshang Courtyard just a group of ordinary people? Can't 3 guns take them down? Right now, immediately. Have Taozi gather everyone who knows how to use weapons. This time, I have to make absolutely sure. Right after I finished dealing with the Longshang Courtyard, I drove back to the Doomsday Fortress. Hearing the car's horn, Shanshan looked excited. There's a car sound. Brother Xiaoyang must be back. So she hurriedly ran over to meet me. Brother Xiaoyang, you're finally back. And I also completed the Drag 7 Threads subtask. My current score has also reached 36 points. Sheng Bo looked at me with a calm expression. Xiaoyang, you're finally back safe. Seeing this, I smiled slightly. I'm sorry to have worried you, Sheng Bo. But as I suspected, that Lu Yiming guy really has a problem. Hearing this, Shanshan looked surprised. Brother Xiaoyang, you knew it all along? I didn't answer directly at that moment. Instead, I instructed Zhang Kai. Take them back to their rooms first. Come find us in the infirmary later. Then I explained the whole situation to everyone. Sheng Bo finally understood. So you're saying, you knew all along that Lu Yiming was up to no good. To this, I slowly explained. Actually, I can't be sure it was him. What I'm sure of is that among Zhang Qi's friends, there is definitely one who is a beast. Saying that, he slammed the weapon into Zhang Qi's arms. At this moment, Zhang Kai took out the bullets and realized that the magazine was loaded with rubber bullets. At this time, Sheng Bo looked shocked. That kid in the infirmary. Hearing this, I slowly walked towards the infirmary. His name is Chen Chong, right? He's not just any zombie. He's a very rare mutant. Use blinks to tell me the answer. Good, not bad. It turns out that after the apocalyptic disaster, infected by the alien source, there is a very small probability of becoming a rare mutant. They usually have much higher intelligence or potential than zombies, and may even inherit some of their memories from when they were alive. Luckily, Chen Chong is exactly that rare type of rare. And Lu Yiming, that useless thing, is just an ordinary zombie. Chen Chong looked at me, asking for instructions on what to do with him, and kept gesturing at me. Seeing this, I pondered for a moment. All right, Chen Chong. I stepped on him like that again. Take care of it yourself depending on the situation. After receiving my order, Chen Chong dragged the mutated Lu Yiming in public towards the door. At this moment, Zhang Kai suddenly asked me, Then Changnian, do you really remember the things from before? Hearing this, Chen Chong suddenly stopped and made strange gurgling sounds. A treacherous smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Seeing this, Zhang Kai was dumbfounded. But who would have thought that Chen Chong's next action would kill Zhang Kai on the spot? Because Chen Chong flashed forward without saying a word, and immediately launched an attack on Zhang Kai. Damn, good for you, Chen Chong. Looks like you really do remember the past. You're about to lose your hand and you're still so eager. After dealing with it, I lay on the bed alone. Achievement unlocked. Own a mutated companion. Points reached 46. What an unexpected gain. Let's see if there's anything new in the store. Combat Service Supply Box. Armed Deterrent Supply Box. A level 2 black technology supply box has appeared. Seeing this, I immediately sat up. Whoa, a level 2 box. This is the first time I've encountered this. Too bad 50 points is too expensive. Let's open the other 2 boxes first. So we don't stand on the pot without pooping. So I quickly tapped with my finger. The clothing merchant supply box was successfully redeemed. Reward obtained. Otherworld infection blocker. Has a chance to block the infection of the otherworld infection source, but cannot reverse the mutation that has already occurred. Armed deterrent supply box successfully redeemed. Reward obtained. Barrett M82 special purpose sniper rifle. 50 BMG 12.7mm large caliber ammunition, 10 rounds. Damn it. The weapon from a level 1 box is so badass. Then will level 2 and 3 boxes give me planes and tanks? And this blocker. Does that mean people who are bitten can be cured before they mutate? I can't wait to open the level 2 boxes. I need to hurry up and complete this reinforcement mission tomorrow. And also incorporate the 5 survivors from Rongshang Courtyard. Chen Chang has also finished dealing with Lu Yiming's body. In the blink of an eye, it's the next day. I arranged to the people in the base. Starting today, everyone must spend at least 1 hour a day practicing shooting. Then there was a burst of rapid fire, crackling shooting. Shengguo. In a moment, you call Zhang Shitang. And clean up a few empty rooms. There are a group of survivors at Rongshang Courtyard. I'm going to pick them up today. And Chen Chang. You don't need to stay here. I have other arrangements for you. Come with me. Then, he took Chen Chang outside. And taught him how to deal with the zombies outside. Chen Chang, do you see that zombie on the car? Now it's up to you. Not bad, not bad. Chen Chang quickly learned how to deal with other zombies. At this time, I took out the key on his mask. And said you can unlock it. But Chen Chang stopped him on the spot. It's okay for me to wear it. You don't need to wear it only when I'm around. When we get to Rongshang Courtyard later. You can put it on if you want. But don't scare anyone. Meanwhile, on Li Shushang's side. Are the weapons ready? Is everyone here? Damn it. I don't believe we still can't take it down like this. Just a Rongshang Courtyard. Everyone. Let's go. Today, we'll make sure those guys in Rongshang Courtyard don't have a good time. In order to complete the system's task, I also rushed here as quickly as possible. Any zombies I encountered on the way were all knocked away by my bus. Too rushed to care about anything. Soon, Li Shushang and his scum arrived at Building 8 of Rongshang Courtyard. At this time, Uncle Li and others were still eating upstairs. But soon they heard the sound of a car downstairs. Brother Xiaoyang. It must be Brother Xiaoyang coming back to pick us up. Hearing this, Uncle Li quickly made a gesture to be quiet. Don't rush, let me go and see. Uncle Li climbed to the windowsill and looked. Li Shushang and the others had just gotten out of the car. Check all your weapons. Building 8 in front of the cemetery. All of you, be alert and move. Today, his old man will be unlucky. Seeing this situation, Uncle Li cursed. It's not Xiaoyang. It's that bunch of animals from Bikui Mountain. These beasts actually dared to come. They really don't learn their lesson. We have guns now. Let's go out and fight them. But Uncle Li still waved his hand. Don't underestimate them. This time they've brought a lot of people. And everyone is equipped with weapons. According to the previous division of labor, each of you lie in ambush. I'll go to the roof to find a spot first. And Li Shushang was also making arrangements for his subordinates. This position is about right. If we go any further, these good-for-nothings can actually shoot accurately. They directly aimed their guns at the upstairs. Seeing this, Uncle Song was dumbfounded. Not good. Quickly pull your head back. As soon as he said that, a burst of intense gunfire erupted, instantly shattering the window where Uncle Song was. Then, Li Shushang told his men to bring the loudspeaker, and instructed his men to set up by the window. If anyone dares to show their head, shoot them directly. He then started shouting upstairs. Hello, hello. But the next second, he was completely stunned. Because right as he was shouting, a bullet directly pierced through his subordinate's head. He fell to the ground with a thud. Definitely dead. Li Shushang immediately realized something was wrong. Judging from the power of the bullet, this was definitely an automatic rifle. So he shouted at his men. Everyone, quickly find cover and hide. Those guys upstairs have an automatic rifle. Damn it. Didn't the previous intelligence say they only had 1 handgun? Counting the ones we seized last time, that's only 4 handguns. Where the hell did this automatic rifle come from? Li, what do we do now? Hearing this, Li Shushang angrily cursed. What else can we do? Retreat quickly. Upon hearing Wen Ding's words, his subordinates ran into the distance. Li Shushang, behind him, cursed angrily. Damn it. Wait for my order to run together, you bastards. But now it was already too late. Only the dense da-da sound was heard. This subordinate was immediately killed. Serves him right. Everyone listen to my order. Charge outwards. 3, 2, 1, run. Wen Ding's group of scum alliance fled outwards. But Li Shushang just thought for a moment. Just a bunch of trash. It turned out that Li Shushang was using these scum to shield him from death. Taking advantage of the moment the automatic rifle was reloading, Li Shushang burst out and ran away. A bunch of fools. Death is death. My life is important. Soon the remaining few people ran back into the car. Even if his subordinates shouted, Li Shushang still fled outwards without looking back. Only the sound of whoosh. The subordinate behind him was also shot through the head on the spot. Fortunately, the car had already driven far away. The rifle could only be aimed at the back of the car from a distance. At the same time, I was driving the bus and rushing over. But the next second, I heard a horn sound next to me. It happened to meet Li Shushang's car at the intersection. But after thinking about it, forget it. Let's finish the mission first. After all, points are important. So, they continued driving towards Rongshang Courtyard. Judging from the battle scene left outside, the rifle left for Li Shu should have worked. The car at the intersection just now must have been the raiders who were driven away. Most likely those beasts from Bikui Mountain. But just then, Chen Chong's throat suddenly made a gurgling sound. And greedy saliva flowed from the corner of his mouth. Seeing this, I asked him with a smile. You want to eat, don't you? Hearing this, Chen Chong immediately responded with a roar. Eat if you want. Better than becoming food for other zombies. As soon as he said this, Chen Chong immediately became excited. His eyes suddenly turned red. Without saying a word, he rushed towards the zombies. After you finish eating, wait for me under building number 8 in the community. As soon as I turned around, Chen Chong began frantically devouring the zombie corpses, constantly making hissing sounds in his mouth, as if he was enjoying it very much. So good. These two dogs of a couple clearly wanted to set a trap to kill me. They even tried to make me and my partners kill each other. Who would have thought I would just smile contemptuously at this? Just because I have a very unique skill. That is, it can see through anyone's heart. This sunlight. I forcibly dug and dragged the tentacle son over. No matter how he struggled, it was useless. And he kept making hissing sounds. I haven't had a chance to use the ability I got from shooting before. Today is a good day to practice with this tentacle son. Having said that, I slammed my foot down and cracked the ground. But the next second, the system prompted that parts of my body. The blood vessels on my face were also exposed instantly. In this way, the tentacle son also had a chance to breathe. Then, it rushed towards me in a burst. Obviously, this guy underestimated me a bit. So I turned it hard with a casual hand. I directly dragged it into a dog-eat-dog position. And successfully pressed it under my feet. Still want to struggle, huh? Don't you even look at who you are facing? Since you are seeking death, then don't blame me. Having said that, I punished his tentacles. And the tentacle son under my feet had no power to resist at all. I don't even know how long I tore it for. But the ground was full of parts scattered from the tentacle son's body. The young lady was stunned by this scene. At this time, I gradually regained my sanity. I quickly looked at the young lady and comforted her. It's okay, it's okay. But the young lady's nerves seemed to have collapsed at this time. She couldn't help but scream on the spot. This directly made me a little embarrassed. Miss, don't panic. I'm a human, not a monster. At the same time, Fakiang and the others had already escaped back to the tin factory. Boss, something bad happened. Soon, the bald man and the girl with glasses came out with weapons. What's going on? Why aren't Abby and Axing here? Wenyan Fakiang explained in a panic. Uncle and brother Axing were killed by the tentacle monster. Li Cheng then anxiously asked. What about the newcomer Zhang Yi? Fakiang said he was probably dead too. The three of us are no match for that tentacle monster. Upon hearing this, the bald man instantly lost control. Then, he glared at the two of them with anger. You guys are really two pieces of trash. Just went out to find some food for you. And now Axing and Abby are dead. You guys even have the nerve to come back. Go down and keep Abby and Axing company. Jian Zhuang, the girl with glasses next to him, immediately shouted. Dapeng, calm down. But the next second, everyone was dumbfounded. A bundle of severed tentacles appeared in front of them. Before everyone could react, I walked back. "Boss, we're back. I've dealt with the tentacle monster." Seeing me come back, Li Cheng was excited. "Zhang Yi, you're not dead?" But at this time, the girl with glasses was very confused. "This," I hastily explained. "Isn't this the tentacle son of the tentacle man? I avenged Ah Bing and Ah Xing for you." Upon hearing this, the bald man and the girl with glasses were shocked. "How is this possible? How could this kid be so strong?" I sternly reminded him. "Don't be sad, leaders. Hurry up and arrange for a car and people to come back with me to collect the spoils." Then the bald man called Fa Chang over. "Didn't you say that? The tentacle son's strength is stronger than Li Cheng's. How did Zhang Yan do it then?" "Wen Yan," Fa Chang explained through gritted teeth. "I'm sure. That guy almost instantly killed Uncle and Ah Xing. Li Cheng probably couldn't do that. Probably. Probably even the two leaders would have a hard time doing it." Upon hearing this, the bald man instantly felt a kind of unprecedented crisis. I threatened him before. Although his reaction was strange at that time. He only drew his weapon. He didn't even have time to get into a fighting stance. How could he be so strong? At this time, the girl with glasses suddenly put forward a conjecture. Maybe the tentacle son succeeded because of a sneak attack. It's not as exaggerated as we think. The bald man also said that you made sense. But in any case, Zhang Yan cannot be left alive. What if he and Li Cheng join forces one day? Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. Seeing this, the glasses girl immediately made a shushing gesture. Looking back, it turned out to be Li Cheng. "Brother Dapeng, Sister Ling, please accept my condolences." But the bald man just responded to him indifferently. "We've ignored each other for so long. There's no need for such platitudes. Get to the point." Hearing this, Li Cheng immediately said, "Zhang Yan's strength is probably on par with mine. I think we should give him the title of executive." But this proposal was immediately rejected by the bald man. "No way. His background." But before he could finish speaking, the glasses girl interrupted. "This Zhang Yan does have the strength to be an executive. But he still needs some achievements to convince the others." Hearing this, Li Cheng was instantly enraged. He killed a tentacle son with his own strength. Isn't that an achievement? But who would have thought that the glasses girl would not be overwhelmed by Li Cheng's momentum? Instead, a wicked idea immediately arose in her mind. If he could kill the tentacle man to prove himself, wouldn't that be killing two birds with one stone? Li Cheng objected to this. "Even the two of you can't do it. Is it fair to let him do it?" But the girl with glasses didn't care at all. "Don't worry. It's not like we're sending him to his death. We'll also take action then. Gathering the power of the entire settlement. This time, we'll completely eliminate the threat of the tentacle man." And I guessed their intention at a glance. "So, the operation will revolve around me? I've only been here for a short time, and I'm already getting so much credit. Do you think that's appropriate?" Little did he know, the girl with glasses had already made up her mind. "There's nothing inappropriate. After all, the strength you've shown now is even comparable to me and your big pung brother." At this time, the bald man also joined the conversation. "All right, the operation is set like this. If this operation is successful, then the third seat in the settlement will definitely be yours. Brother Li Cheng. Zhang is also climbing over you with his strength. I presume you don't have any objections, right?" And Li Cheng also understood the bald man's intention. This is clearly to provoke the relationship between him and Zhang. But he still responded calmly. "I have no objections." Hearing this, the bald man seemed very satisfied. "All right, it's settled then. We'll set off in 2 days." But I didn't care about any of this at all. The bald man's so candid proposal. If I didn't have the eye of the mind, I might actually be moved. Who would have thought that this murderous Loma, always muttering son, with tentacles, would actually be an old acquaintance I let go in the apocalypse? And I even took in his wife and children at my doomsday fortress. But now, father and son meet again. And the son throws a burning gasoline bottle at his father. Yet this tentacle man seems unusually calm. Because he's seen his beloved son again. Just now. At the very first moment. I started deploying this operation through the radio. "Uncle Lee, listen carefully. The suburban park in the south suburbs, the day after tomorrow morning. At that time, you call up Chang Yi and our strongest guys. Hide in the shadows and await my command. It's time to completely eliminate the threat in the south of the city in one fell swoop. Remember to be discreet." After receiving the order, Uncle Lee immediately assigned personnel. Uncle Shen, you're getting old, don't participate in this kind of thing. Besides, we need you to testify here. Wen Yan, Uncle Shen had no choice but to ask. Then old Li, you guys also need to be careful. This operation is very dangerous. Zhang Kai, Xiao Kai, Shan Shan, Zizan, Lu Chao, Chen Jianing, and Chang Yi. These people will act with me at that time. The rest of the people will continue to stay at the base. At this time, Xiao Shuai on the side couldn't sit still. What about me? I want to participate in this operation too. Wen Yan and the little Shuai's mom's alliance stepped in to stop him. War is for adults. You're just a kid, don't meddle. Little Shuai didn't agree. I'm not a little kid anymore. I'm a man. Uncle Song immediately laughed upon hearing this. Don't worry, Shuai's mom. Shuai's current strength. Not to mention the zombies. He's not weak even among the core members of the team. Experiencing these things sooner isn't a bad thing. I'll keep a close eye on him and protect him. Soon it was time to hunt down the Shonan. The bald man also arrived with his team on time. That's right. Jian Zhuang asked how to lure him out. The bald man signaled me not to worry. We have our own ways. And I was immediately and vigilantly observing my surroundings. Soon I noticed some unusual activity. So I looked up towards the top of the building. That should be where Uncle Li and the others are hiding. Sure enough, it was as I expected. Uncle Li was using binoculars to monitor the situation on the ground. And I had specifically instructed them beforehand. Before taking action against the bald man and his team. Not to get too close to the suburban park. And to secure the ropes in advance. If a fight breaks out, Uncle Li and the others can cut in directly from the side. But what I didn't expect was, the bald man's plan actually involves a little boy. They're using the little boy as bait to lure out the tentacle man. To the park. Hearing this, the little boy looked puzzled. Didn't you say you called us here for trophies? Seeing this, Li Cheng was also very confused. Ling Jia, what's going on? But Ling Jia responded with a dismissive look in her eyes. Isn't Tentacle Man always yelling about his son? Then this time, let's give him a son. Don't worry, we'll take him down as soon as Tentacle Man makes a move. Nothing will happen to this kid. But the little boy waved his hand, indicating, I'm not going. I don't want to be bait. But the next second, the bald man walked over. And picked up the boy. Stop talking nonsense. If you dawdle any longer, I'll kill you right now. Then he threw the little boy out. Uncle Li upstairs also noticed this scene in time. And immediately ordered. Situation. Prepare to move out. As soon as he said that, everyone slid down the ropes that had been set up. As for the little boy who had been thrown out, he could only desperately shout help. But the next second, a sound came from the park. A strange cry. Son, son. Without the little boy having any reaction, the tentacle man suddenly appeared behind him. But what really surprised the blogger was that this tentacle man clearly resembled the previous performer. At this moment, Li Cheng also loudly reminded. Okay, the tentacle man has taken the bait. Everyone, get ready to move. But who would have thought that Tears would grab his arm? Wasn't it agreed upon beforehand? You can't steal credit from Master Zhang. Are you going back on your word, Li Cheng? Seeing this, I just smiled slightly. Hee hee, I understand. The moment the tentacle man broke through the ground, I immediately rushed towards the little boy with a violent move. The moment the tentacle man grabbed the little boy, I took the lead and grabbed the little boy's collar. And threw him towards Li Cheng in the first instance. Li Cheng also caught the little boy in time. And I, because of carelessness, had my eyes knocked off by the tentacle man. And was grabbed by his tentacles. And he kept roaring at me, son, son, give him back. But at this time, I still had a calm expression. But after looking closely for a few moments, I was very surprised. How is it you? At this time, Li Cheng behind me was also loudly reminding me. Zhang Yi, hold on. Saying that, he was about to come up and save me. But the next second, he was subdued on the spot by the bald man and the glasses girl. Seeing this, Li Cheng immediately questioned. What are you doing? If you don't act, Zhang Yi will die. Who would have thought the girl with glasses would still look disdainful? He deserves to die. I thought this Zhang Yi had some strength. At least he would have fought the tentacle man to a draw. In the end, he's just a fool to be hunted. At this point, Li Cheng realized. So, you guys didn't have good intentions from the start. But why do this? Before the bald man and the girl with glasses could answer, I answered for them. Li Cheng, let me tell you why. Because I know their secret of eating people. Hearing eating people, Li Cheng looked shocked. What eating people? But just as Li Cheng looked confused, a burst of dense bullets shot at the feet of the bald man. Not good. A surprise attack. There are enemies. And it was Uncle Li and the others who arrived in time who opened fire. At the same time, they also discovered me trapped by the tentacle man. Immediately afterwards, they rushed towards the tentacle man without hesitation. And Xiao Shuai directly picked up a gasoline bottle. Uncle Yang, we're here to help you. After saying that, he threw it at the tentacle man without hesitation. But the tentacle man just waved his tentacle lightly. He split the gasoline bottle in half on the spot. But at this moment, the tentacle man's eyes suddenly became very dull. And stared intently at Xiao Shuai in front of him. And kept muttering something. Son, my son. Others avoid zombies at all costs. But I only give it a slight thought. Don't worry, it's one of us. And pointing to the corpse beside him, I ordered him. Go eat it. The scene that followed stunned everyone even more. Without saying a word, the zombie began to devour the remains. And gave me an okay gesture. Just now. As soon as I entered the community, I found the body on the ground. These must be the scum from Emerald Garden. At this time, Song Zixuan discovered that it was me. So he shouted quickly. Brother Yang. It's really Brother Yang this time. Brother Yang, you finally come to pick us up. After Uncle Li came down, I asked him. Did you drive these people back? Hearing this, Uncle Li waved his hand. Of course not. But it's thanks to you, Yang, for giving me this guy. Thinking back to when I was in the army. I was one of the top guys in the regiment. But just then, a roar suddenly came from behind. Seeing this, Uncle Li and the others immediately became vigilant. What's that noise? When everyone turned around, they realized that it was Chen Chang walking over after finishing eating the corpse, howling continuously. So Uncle Li quickly aimed his rifle at Chen Chang. Everyone be careful, there are zombies. But I immediately pressed down Uncle Li's gun. Uncle Li, don't get excited. He's one of us. Hearing that the zombie was one of us, Uncle Li looked bewildered. What's going on here? He's clearly a zombie. But I just pointed to the corpse on the side. There's more over there, go eat. Chen Chang seemed to understand. He growled in his throat, indicating he understood. Uncle Li was dumbfounded by the scene. What's going on, little Yang? You can actually talk to zombies? I just turned my head and smiled slightly. He's not an ordinary zombie. It's hard to explain to you guys. Let's get in the car first. I'll explain it to you slowly on the way. Then I signaled Chen Chang to eat quickly. Come find us in the car after you're done. After Chen Chang finished eating the corpse, he actually took the initiative to put on the mask. This scene left everyone stunned. How is this possible? A zombie actually puts on a mask himself? This is ghostly. He's a bit cool, Uncle Yang. I just smiled slightly at that. Hurry over here, be careful he comes up and beats you. Soon Chen Chang walked onto the bus. But just as he got on the bus, Uncle Li instantly felt the bus body shake slightly. Damn, this guy is really heavy. At this moment, Chen Chang slowly took out the key and laboriously uttered 2 words. Honest. Even I was shocked on the spot. Chen Chang can actually talk. Wen Yan Chen Chang kept repeating keys. And I immediately realized. Chen Chang has eaten 6 corpses in a row. It is estimated that it has begun to evolve further. I have to go back quickly and turn the points into power. The strongest combat power of the gathering place. It is absolutely impossible to be a zombie. Let's go. And looking at Li Shushang's side again. What the hell is the brain saying? Li Shushang, you are useless, you can't do anything well. Always messing things up. A bunch of people can't handle a few civilians. Wen Yan Li Shushang quickly explained. President Lin. This matter really can't be blamed on me. Who knew that group of people actually had automatic rifles? I also lost several brothers. But President Lin's face was gloomy. You're full of shit. How could a small-time cop get an automatic rifle? Do you think I'm stupid enough to be fooled? Hearing this, Li Shushang became very nervous. President Lin, it's really true. If you don't believe it, you can send someone over to take a look yourself. But no sooner had he spoken than Kai kicked Li Shushang flying. A bunch of detective trash. You failed the mission and you're still making excuses. Helpless, Li Shushang could only silently lie by the window. 10,000 alpacas galloped through his mind. Watching Li Shushang's departing figure, Kai couldn't help but curse angrily. I've long been annoyed with this trash, Li Shushang. Why not? Take advantage of the fact that he suffered heavy losses. And just take over his territory? Said the little mustached man with a wicked smile. You're probably just infatuated with the woman beside him, right? Hearing this, Kai grinned too. You know me too well, Shu. But I won't be the only one to play with her. Of course, we'll all share, right? And Kai gave a wicked smile. Don't be anxious, Kai. Wait for me to find a suitable opportunity. Hee hee. But their conversation was overheard by Li Shushang outside the door. He clenched his fists in anger. Wants to kill me? You all just wait and see. One day, I'll make you all die. After returning, Li Shushang was immediately furious and started smashing things. Kui Jinlian asked from the side. What's wrong, honey? Calm down, honey. Li Shushang said furiously. Pack up immediately, we're leaving. We probably can't stay in this place. We must prepare for a rainy day. Qingzai, Qingzai. Hearing this, Qingzai Lian hurried over. Mr. Li, what are your orders? Immediately gather the remaining brothers for me. Tonight at midnight with me. But he suddenly stopped there. Kui Jin vaguely felt that something was about to happen. But looking at Li Shushang's angry appearance, he didn't dare to speak up. At the same time, on the Doomsday Fortress side, I brought everyone back. Song Zixuan exclaimed as soon as he got out of the car. Wow, this really is the Doomsday Fortress. The system suddenly dinged. Reinforcement mission completed. Successfully recruited the survivors of Rongshang Courtyard. Reward, 25 points. Current points, 66. Not bad, not bad. Didn't expect there to be extra points. Then he ordered Chen Chang. Follow me to the south of the city tomorrow night. Hearing this, Uncle Li asked in confusion. Little Yang, what are you going to do in the south of the city? And I just smiled at him. I have some things to deal with. With those people in the Baiguashan Villa area, some trans-temporal vendettas. After returning to the bedroom, I hurriedly opened the points panel. To see what good things I could get from this treasure chest. Don't let me down. I heard a ding from the system. Black technology supply box successfully exchanged. Current points, 16. Suddenly, the room was filled with blue energy. Seeing the collision, I was dumbfounded. What is it that would cause such a big commotion? She is the Black Boss's most beloved woman in the apocalypse. For her, he didn't even hesitate to put down his dignity and become a sweet dog. But now, just because the Black Boss's sleep is high, he can't satisfy her desires. She cruelly defected to the opposing forces and caused the Black Boss to die on the spot. But what's even more hateful is, she immediately threw herself into the arms of the opposing force's boss. To show her loyalty, she immediately stripped herself naked and leaned against him. Just now, when I opened the black technology supply box, it turned out to be an item that increases physical fitness by 20 points. This thing is just too practical for me. No wonder it's a level 2 box. So I chose to use it without hesitation. Then I will have 33 points of stamina. A 6-fold comprehensive improvement over ordinary people. This feeling is also really great. At this moment, there was a sudden swoosh outside. It turned out to be the scout wind I sent out returning. So I gently caught it in my hand. After he reported the situation to me, I assigned him a new task again. Then it's time to get down to business. Soon, the next day came. Everyone is practicing shooting intensely. And I took Chen Chang to the south of the city. At this time, Uncle Li reminded me. There are a lot of scumbags in the south of the city. Are you really going to take him with you? Hearing this, I signaled to Uncle Li not to worry. Oh right, Uncle Li. Your marksmanship should be the best here. Then help me train everyone. Upon hearing this, Uncle Li immediately pointed to himself. I dare not say anything else. But as for marksmanship, just leave it to Uncle Li and me with confidence. After settling the affairs of the fortress, I came to the bus with Chen Chang. Chen Chang, let's go. Soon we were driving the bus, rushing to the south of the city. Meanwhile, on Li Shushang's side, how is Qingzai doing with the task? His subordinate replied, Don't worry, Mr. Li. He should be in position by now. If that's the case, let's set off as soon as possible. But just then, a strong beam of headlights suddenly shone over. Li Shushang was blinded by the light. Li Shushang immediately questioned, Who the hell is it? Then 8 people appeared. Leading them was Shu, the manager of the Baiguashan Villa district. Sitting in the car were Kej and Mr. Lin. But a familiar figure appeared in the passenger seat. It was Kui Jing. Only then did Li Shushang finally manage to open his eyes. What's going on? Shu, the manager with the refined mustache, responded. Where are you going, Mr. Li? Only then did Li Shushang react. Dong Shu, Manager Shu. So Li Shushang could only awkwardly lie. Oh, it's Manager Shu. We were just planning to take advantage of the dark and try our luck again at Rongshang Courtyard. But Manager Shu's eyes were still very cold. Hee. Rongshang Courtyard? Then take a look at who this is. As he spoke, he threw Qingzai's corpse over. This scared Li Shushang on the spot. The subordinate beside him exclaimed in alarm. Qingzai! President Li, he's Qingzai. But Li Shushang's reaction completely stunned everyone. He slammed an elbow into his subordinate. What Qingzai? Open your dog eyes and take a good look. How is this Qingzai? Then, touching his forehead, he said awkwardly. President Shu, who is this person? Why does he look so much like Qingzai? But President Shu didn't care about anything at this moment. He immediately fired a burst of bullets. Scared, Li Shushang could only helplessly cover his head. But then he opened his eyes and realized he was actually unharmed. But all the other subordinates had fallen to the ground. Out of the instinct for survival, Li Shushang hurriedly argued. President Shu, I really don't know him. President Shu, what are you doing? Wen Yan Shu just smiled and pointed behind him. Hey, you're really stubborn. Then take a good look for me. Who is sitting in the car? Shuo Ba, the car lights suddenly became dim. But when Li Shushang saw the person in the car, he was shocked on the spot. The angry murderous aura on his face could not be hidden no matter what. So it's Kui Jing, you bitch. But Kui Jing acted like a little bird leaning on someone, lying in Kai's arms. Seeing this, Kai also grinned and laughed. Li Shushang, stop being stubborn. Jing has already told us about your plan to betray us. Upon hearing this, Li Shushang was completely exposed. Kui Jing, you bitch. You dare betray me. And I treated you so well usually. But Brother Kai didn't care about that, asking Mr. Lin behind him how to handle it. Upon hearing this, Mr. Lin just smiled slightly and made a throat-slitting gesture. Then a rope tightly strangled Li Shushang's neck and forcibly hanged him on the Baikuishan plaque. Suddenly, there were a few cracking sounds. Li Shushang, who had been a villain his whole life, cashed out, leaving only a corpse hanging there alone. At the same time, I brought Chen Chang over and quietly moved forward along the path. But as soon as we got to the entrance, we noticed something was wrong. There was actually a person hanging in front. So I signaled Chen Chang to stop. When I looked up, I realized this person was Li Shushang. And he had become a zombie, constantly writhing. Serves him right, but it's a bit of a pity. This guy wasn't killed by my own hands. In the moment of speaking, a pebble was flicked out. He quickly severed the rope. With a thud, Li Shushang fell to the ground. Seeing this, I grabbed his head without hesitation. I'm coming. Seeing your ending, I feel really urged. I'll avenge you. Meanwhile, inside the Datui Mountain Villa area, Kui Jing was tightly bound to the bed. Her body and face were flushed with shame. Oh, Lin. I just accomplished something great, and you treat me like this? Hurry up and untie me. But Lin had a wicked smile on his face. Lin Ge, I just like playing like this. Isn't this reward good for you? Saying that, he pounced directly on Kui Jing. But Kai seemed to have noticed something unusual. What's that noise? She's the goddess I've been simping for since I was a kid. But now she's being pinned to the bed by this red-haired guy. And they're playing a crazy three-person dogpile. Tell me, which simp can tolerate this? Who am I? I'm the goddess's most loyal simp. Since you like to play something exciting so much, then let the zombified female lead play with you. I wish you dog men and women have fun. Just now. But when Kai saw the scene in front of him, he was dumbfounded. Because the subordinates downstairs had all died tragically on the spot, lifeless. At the same time, there was a frantic banging on the door. Just as Lin was puzzled. Unknowingly, I had snuck up behind Kai with a dagger. I didn't give him a chance to breathe. He went straight for the throat with a dagger and cut it. With a thud, Kai fell to the ground on the spot. The blood from between my ribs poured all over the floor. President Lin scolded me in the first instance, asking who I was. But Kui Jing recognized me immediately. I, Zhang Xiaoyang, was too lazy to respond to this kind of scum. I just threw the dagger out. With a thwack, the dagger immediately took President Lin's life. Kui Jing stared in shock at everything before her. President Lin is dead, Kai is dead. Then she looked at me. Zhang Xiaoyang, how could you? I could only sneer at this kind of bitch. Hey! Kui Jing, you guys are having fun. I just wonder what that beast Li Shushang will do when he sees you like this. What kind of reaction will he have? With that, I prepared to open the door. Hearing Li Shushang's name, Kui Jing anxiously asked, Li Shushang? What about Li Shushang? But as soon as she finished speaking, the zombified Li Shushang rushed over. Kui Jing was already in tears from fright. Xiaoyang, save me. But I wouldn't care about that bitch's life. And I watched her get bitten to death by Li Shushang. But Chen Chong slowly uttered a few words. Eat one. At most. I gave Wen Yan an affirmative answer. As for how many he eats, he can decide for himself. Then I heard some movement around. It turned out that several survivors were still imprisoned in the surrounding houses. At the same time, a cook-like person happened to walk in. Judging from his physique, he should eat a lot of meat on weekdays. And he is the cook of Kej and President Lin's scumbags. This delicate skin and tender meat is so good. Stewing it will definitely be delicious. But the fat cook just curled his lips in disdain. This one won't work, too thin and not juicy enough. Then he pointed to a little fat guy in blue clothes. I want this one is fat. Stewed, the soup is fresh and delicious. After saying that, he directly grabbed the little fat guy's arm. But the little fat guy's mother held her son's hand tightly. Please, let him go. The strong fat cook kicked her over. Worthless trash. Damn it, believe it or not, I'll stew you together. The woman in red knew she couldn't change the outcome. But she was still begging the people around her on the ground. Please, I beg you. Please, have mercy and save us. But the people around were still indifferent. Seeing that the little fat guy was about to die at the hands of the fat cook. Suddenly, the door slammed open. The fat chef also heard the noise and looked outside. He immediately noticed 3 holes of different shapes in the door. It was obviously the sound of a shotgun. Who the hell still has a shotgun? His subordinates said they didn't. Only the boss has one left. Taking this opportunity, the woman in red hugged her son tightly. The fat chef and his men stared intently at the movement outside the door. Suddenly, the door creaked open slowly. The atmosphere in the room immediately became very tense. The fat chef then ordered his subordinate. Don't just stand there. Go out and see what's going on. Helpless, the subordinate could only slowly walk towards the door. But just as he reached the door, Chen Chong grabbed him by the neck. The subordinate screamed in fright. Before the fat chef inside could react, Chen Chong yanked the subordinate's body out. The other subordinates were also terrified. Not good, it's a zombie. Fire. Fire quickly. With that, a barrage of bullets sprayed back. But no matter how dense their bullets were, they did not cause any damage to Chen Chong. Chen Chong seized the opportunity when they were reloading. With a burst of speed and a roar, he broke through the door and rushed in. And immediately attacked the fat chef's head. The fat chef was so frightened by this scene that his mouth dropped open. Chen Chong also decided to do the right thing. He would absolutely not let the fat chef suffer even a bit. Without another word, he smashed his head directly. And then twisted with force. He directly turned the fat chef's face to the back. Everyone was stunned by the scene before them. But Chen Chong's movements didn't stop. He instantly turned into a streak of light and rushed over. Instantly, the cries of those scumbags being bullied echoed in the room. Soon, this group of scumbags was completely dealt with by Chen Chong. The survivors on the side were very confused. Why doesn't this zombie kill me? This zombie is completely different from what I've seen on TV. What exactly is going on? It was at this moment that I slowly walked in. Not bad, Chong Yi. Without removing the chains and mask, you can still move so fast. Wei Yan Chen Chong stiffly struck a pose. And laboriously uttered a few words. This way. More handsome. Seeing Chen Chong speak, everyone couldn't believe their eyes. How is this possible? The zombie can actually speak? The apocalypse has arrived. How worthless are human lives? These usually glamorous young ladies are now reduced to being men's playthings. Once they're tired of them, they're imprisoned in cold basements. Awaiting them is the fate of being slaughtered en masse. Will eventually become zombie food. Just now, Chen Chong's appearance stunned everyone. They sized up Chen Chong like looking at a monster. Zombies can actually talk. The mother and daughter beside them were also trembling with fear. Seeing this, I quickly waved my hand at everyone. Don't be afraid, it's okay. She will definitely not attack you. But the little girl seemed a little unconvinced. She's a super monster. A monster that kills without blinking an eye. Seeing this, I had to ponder for a moment. Then I squatted down in front of the little girl and asked. Little friend. Have you seen guys similar to her before? Yes, we have. Hearing this, I quickly asked where they had seen them. The woman said it was at Zhuangxi City in the east of the city. Hearing this news, I immediately realized something was wrong. Why so early? I thought it would be at least 1 or 2 months before they came. And Zhuangxi City is not far from Old Tea City. Chen Chang behind me asked with difficulty. God? What? Seeing this, I explained to him. Rare mutants like you. Depending on the individual, they will retain reason and memory to varying degrees. Therefore, their hunting efficiency is much higher than that of ordinary zombies. But because mutations are very unstable, most of you mutants are brutal and very dangerous. At this time, Chen Chang continued to ask. Then what about me? Wen Yan, I patted him on the shoulder. You are different from them. You are the luckiest of the lucky. And with me here, I will definitely not let you lose your mind. Sui Ji looked at everyone and asked. There should be other survivors in this villa area, right? Everyone said that there are still many people locked up at the sales office. Maybe there are still living people in the basement. So I took everyone to the basement. When I opened the door, I saw black blood that had not yet solidified on the ground. But after seeing the scene in front of me, not only me, but everyone's eyes widened. They have to grab survivors from nearby every day, and then carry out centralized slaughter. This should be the reason why there are no other settlements in the south of the city. But they slaughtered so many people. At this time, a man explained. They move the meat out regularly. We don't know how many of them there are, but I could tell at a glance how many people there were. Therefore, they definitely can't eat that much. The only possibility is that they are feeding the zombies. You said it well. Tell me about the situation at the sales office. Later, from the man's tone, it was learned that the sales office is near the south gate, almost a kilometer away from here. The captured people are first held there. Those who are eliminated or tired of are sent here to be slaughtered. But just then, the system sent a new task. Task content. Expand the community. Requirement. Increase the community rating as much as possible. Current rating is 2, reward points are 2, current points are 3, and reward is a leash. Meanwhile, at the sales office, I vaguely heard gunshots from the north gate. Hey, they're using live people for target practice. But just then, Chen Chang suddenly appeared, scaring the two of them to scream on the spot. Zombie, zombie, help. And looking at the sales office, several girls are sitting together, each one looking pitiful, without even clothes on their bodies. What exactly is going on outside? They do whatever they want. I just hope they don't come in. Please don't come in. But as the doorknob slowly turns, the girls in the room are extremely terrified. Don't come in, don't come in, don't come in. But it wasn't those scumbags who came in, but dogs. Seeing this, the expressions of the girls calmed down. Then they prepared to leave with these survivors. The girl behind her asked suspiciously, Are you really willing to provide us with a place to go? Could they be lying to us? Wen Yan, I replied coldly. Not lying to you. But each of you needs to work. Hearing that they only needed to work, everyone said it was no problem. Our hands and feet are still sound. We can still do some work. Since that's the case, let's not delay, let's go now. Then everyone was put on the bus. Before long, everyone was brought back to the Doomsday Fortress. Seeing me, Shan Shan on the tower shouted. It's Little Yang is back. I'll go open the door. But Zhang Kai quickly reminded her. Wait. Little Yang didn't drive the car in directly. Let's see what they're doing first. At this time, I explained to everyone. The front is our fortress. But I can't let you in yet. Hearing this, everyone understood. After all, in this world where people eat people, they all understand the dangers of the world. So I let them live on the side of the fortress first. There are specially reserved temporary sheds and wire fences. Although it's not as safe as the inside of the fortress, it's better than the conditions in ordinary settlements. There are still many unfinished buildings and open spaces in this old tea city. You can slowly transform it in the future. Conditions will also get better and better. Seeing this, everyone quickly bowed to me. We can't repay such great kindness. Benefactor, thank you. At the same time, in the Baikuishan Villa area that year, a heavy truck turned around and kept honking its horn to urge him. But no one came to open the door for a long time. Damn it, why is there no response? What the hell is Zhang Qingwen doing? But then he felt that something seemed a little wrong. So he quickly opened President Wen's door. What came into view was the black snow on the ground. Seeing this scene, the woman's heart skipped a beat. And in front of her were President Wen, Kai Jie, and Li Shushang. At this time, all three of them had mutated into zombies. Seeing the woman's arrival, zombie Li Shushang roared angrily. Without saying a word, he rushed towards the woman. And Kai Jie and President Wen followed closely behind. But the woman was not flustered at all. With a casual blow, she knocked Li Shushang down directly. After a dazzling array of sword lights, the woman slowly wiped the blood from Li's hand. At this time, the subordinate beside her asked, "Sister, Zhang Qingwen is dead. What should we do in the future?" Hearing this, the woman just responded faintly. "There's no way, we can only do it ourselves. But before that, I want to kill all the people who break our rules. This doomsday squad wielding pots and pans is truly audacious. They actually brazenly came to the mutant's lair, leaving aside not intending to scavenge the mutant's supplies. They even casually killed a few of the mutant's underlings. Little do they know that doing so is undoubtedly courting death. You should know that the mutants are someone even Chen Chang and I dare not easily provoke. Enough is enough. Since you are courting death, don't blame me for eating you." Just now, Sister Rui came to the door. All dead, not a single survivor. So Sister Rui quickly asked, "Then where's the meat?" The subordinate said that the meat was all still there. "Then don't dawdle. Hurry up and drive the truck over to load the meat." Soon a heavy truck drove over. Sister Rui was paying attention to every move around her. In the blink of an eye, Sister Rui had a new discovery. So she quickly bent down to look at the tire tracks on the ground. The subordinate quickly asked, "Sister Rui, did you find anything?" Sister Rui didn't answer. Just a faint smile appeared at the corner of her mouth. "I want to see. Who has this ability?" At the same time, I was sitting on the tower. What kind of rules are these community ratings? Population is probably an important indicator. We have enough land for now. Hey! We really have to thank that one snobbish bastard from back then. Then something suddenly came to my mind. Right. That rare lord. Then I went to the temporary settlement next to the tower. When everyone saw me, they quickly showed their respect. "Our benefactor, you've arrived." They were about to kneel to me. Seeing this, I quickly reached out to stop them and signaled that they didn't need to do that. This is just what I should do. Then I looked at the long-haired women to the side. "The super monster you mentioned earlier. Where exactly did you see it?" The woman said it was in the China Resources Vanguard store near Decoration City. Our group was preparing to find supplies there. Then we encountered that monster. Several people were killed by that monster. In a panic, everyone scattered. Later, when my daughter and I were escaping, we encountered the group from the Baikuishan Villa district. At first, we thought we were saved. Who would have thought that those guys were actually a bunch of beasts? Hearing this, I couldn't help but murmur, "Wah Runfa." At this time, Shan Shan and Zhang Kai suddenly walked over. "Brother Yang, we still have a lot of supplies. There's no need to provoke that monster." But Zhang Kai said that going on like this will eventually lead to nothing. Of course, the more supplies, the better. But what I care about isn't the supplies. Because the most important thing is, Zhuangxi City is less than 2 kilometers away from here. We can't let a monster threaten us so close by to pose a threat to us. Upon hearing this, the woman's powder compact fell directly to the ground. "Benefactor, please don't go. That monster kills without blinking an eye." Wen Yan just smiled slightly. "Don't worry, we know what we're doing." Then he turned back and told Zhang Kai, "Call Chongye. Let's go meet that guy." At the same time, at the entrance of Hua Runfa, a group of people are here to collect supplies. I knew it. I remembered there was a big supermarket nearby. But the square-nosed man next to him said, "Don't be too optimistic yet. Maybe all the supplies inside have been emptied." But the leading woman didn't take it so seriously. "But don't be too pessimistic either. We've been in big and small supermarkets all along the way. Isn't there still a lot left?" Wan Wan is right. To have our courage and ability, and be able to move so freely in the ink room, I'm afraid there aren't many people who can do that. As they spoke, the group arrived at the marketplace. Although it had been ransacked, it hadn't been completely cleared out. There should still be some good stuff left. At this time, the woman picked up a frying pan and banged it on the wall a few times, and shouted into the empty hall, "Hello, is anyone there?" Then she held her breath and carefully listened to everything around her. After waiting a few seconds, several zombies came out and charged towards them immediately, and the group prepared to fight them head-on. After a flurry of frying pan attacks, the zombies were quickly dealt with by the group. "Ha ha, easily solved. Looks like there aren't many zombies here. The horde was probably lured away by the last group of scavengers. Looks like we've hit the jackpot today. But we must remain vigilant. Little did they know, a tall dark shadow appeared on their side. It was the mutated species entrenched in China resources. Prey. Fresh prey. While the others were excitedly moving supplies. I didn't expect there to be so much. Enough for us to eat for years. At this time, the leading woman excitedly pointed to the side. Look, over there is a bed. My favorite big bed. I don't care. I'm staying here, I'm not leaving. Everyone joined in the commotion. Why don't we just settle down here? That's a good idea too. Square-faced man and square-nosed said, let's go have a smoke. As the flame of the lighter lit up. How should I put it, bro? Are we really going to stay here? Hearing this, the square-faced man responded seriously. There are too many entrances to this mall, it's hard to defend. And with abundant supplies, it's easy to be targeted by others. But when we came over just now, I saw a 2-story building over there. Before he could finish speaking, there was a snap sound. A sharp spike directly froze through the square-faced man's chest. The square-nosed man was so frightened that he cried out on the spot. At this time, the mutated creature slowly spoke. Tender skin, must taste good. Seeing this, square-nosed immediately turned and ran behind him. Help, help. A ghost. There's a ghost. Hearing the sound, everyone immediately looked behind them. What's wrong? But they were dumbfounded when they saw the square-nosed man with spikes all over his body. As the mutated creature lifted square-nosed into the air, and then ripped him apart to both sides. There was a tearing sound. Fang Beto was torn in half by the mutated creature on the spot, and let out a muffled roar. Seeing this, the leading woman was so shocked that her mouth dropped open. She had only one thought in her mind. Retreat, retreat quickly. Get out of here. But the mutated creature rushed towards the crowd with a burst of speed. If you want to run, none of you will escape. Speaking, its arm covered in spikes instantly pierced through the team leader woman, scaring the people in front to speed up their escape. Ah, no. I don't want to die. But the man was still a step too slow, and was instantly killed by the mutated creature. Seeing that they were about to reach the mall exit, hope of escape was right in front of them. Going out would mean rescue. But then, the mall door slammed shut, completely cutting off the woman's escape route. At this time, the woman was like a lamb waiting for slaughter, only able to watch helplessly as the mutated creature pierced towards her. Immediately, a miserable cry rang out in the mall. We took it down. We took it down. Me and Chong Yi joined forces to finally take down this giant mutated hoof. Otherwise, if we let it continue to grow, it might be quite tricky to deal with in the future. But Sister Rui accidentally discovered my base camp, and quickly came up with a crooked idea. Heaven is really good, sending prey and giants. Let's go back and organize our weapons, bring more people, and then take this perfect giant butterfly for ourselves. Just now. Just when the woman thought she was going to die. What awaited her wasn't death, but the sudden appearance of Chong Yi. The woman kept begging for mercy. No, no, I don't want to die. But Chong Yi ignored her and walked straight past. At this moment, my voice came. Don't be afraid, miss. Seeing me, the woman looked at me in surprise. You. Are you Mr. Zhang, the one who bought the land back then? Mr. Zhang? Seeing her, I quickly helped her up. Oh, you are. That skinny lady? If I remember correctly. Your name should be Ning Wanwan, right? But just then, a roar came from the mall. Ning Wanwan was so scared that she screamed on the spot. Ghost! There's a monster! There's a monster in the mall! Run! Seeing her like that, I quickly comforted her, don't be afraid. The monster has been stopped. 1915. 46 to 37,320. Hearing this, Ning Wanwan calmed down immediately, and subconsciously put her hand on me. But when she saw the scene in front of her, she was dumbfounded. Chong Yi was desperately resisting the attack of the mutated creature, and the mutated creature was giggling at this time. You want to monopolize it? At this moment, I shouted loudly at Chongye in front. Chongye, can you handle this alone? Chongye signaled for me to try and see. After speaking, he suddenly exerted force, and directly threw the mutant into the market. After the mutant stabilized its body, it continued to she, sucking sound. The first time I felt a kindred spirit. She is so good. As soon as he finished speaking, he pounced toward Chongye for a hug. But Chongye didn't panic at all. When the mutant got close, he dodged the attack with a quick sidestep. But the mutant was still yelling. I wonder if recognizing a kindred spirit will make us evolve faster. But who would have thought that as soon as the mutant finished speaking, Chang Yi's fist, as big as a sandbag, came flying. Not giving the mutant any chance to react. He directly slammed it into the ground. But the mutant was still resisting. She, you bastard. You actually have some strength. Seeing this, Chongye also thought he was talking too much nonsense, and directly smashed his head onto the mutant with one flying kick. Suddenly, there was a crack sound. The area where the mutant was located instantly shattered into pieces. But Chongye then realized that the mutant had disappeared. But when Chongye looked up, this guy had flipped over and stuck to the ceiling. He roared at Chongye. The power I've accumulated from hunting prey during this time. I finally have a chance to use it. First, Chongye only felt a whooshing sound in his ears. The mutant instantly ambushed Chongye and kept giggling at Chongye. No matter how Chongye dodged, the mutant still followed closely behind. Seeing this, Zhang Qiqi stammered. Xiaoyang, how is Chongye at a disadvantage? How did this monster suddenly become so powerful? But I just responded calmly. Looks like we came at the right time. If we let him hunt for a while longer, I'm afraid we really wouldn't be able to deal with him. As I said that, I took out an automatic weapon from my space. Yu Wanwan on the side was stunned. What's going on? How did you just conjure a gun out of nowhere? This is what I ordered Chongye to do through my consciousness. Chongye, if you can hold him for 1 second, I won't make fun of you later. Seeing this, Chongye didn't hesitate. He directly held the mutant down tightly. No matter how hard it struggled, it was useless. Then, a gunshot was heard. The bullet instantly pierced the mutant's forehead. As a result, the mutant quickly retreated backwards. But who would have thought this guy's vitality was so strong? He stubbornly stood his ground. He, that hurts. You bastard, how dare you hurt me? He, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to tear you to pieces. Zhang Ji, witnessing this scene, was also very shocked. How is this possible? Even brain shots can't kill it? But I can't worry about that now. I just pick up my rifle and start shooting again. But this mutant doesn't even bother to dodge. I really underestimated the damage of the rifle. Until several large holes are shot through its body. But the rifle's attack still hasn't stopped. After a burst of dense fire, the mutant, due to its arrogance, finally falls into a pool of blood. Everyone thought it should be dead now. At this time, I reminded Chang Yi. Chang Yi, try this guy out. Maybe it can greatly increase your strength. At this time, the system sends a new task. Revised Utopia. Task content. Expand the community. Requirement. Increase the community rating as much as possible. Task progress. Eliminate dangerous elements, community rating +1. Current rating, 3. Reward, points. And my current points have reached 46. At this time, I suddenly thought. Since I'm here, I can't come for nothing. Let's see if I can empty this store. Under Ning Wanwan's incredulous expression, all the supplies in the store disappeared into thin air. How magical! Is this magic? After collecting the supplies, these remaining corpses, rather than letting them zombify, it's better to give them all to Chang Yi. Meanwhile, outside the perimeter of the Doomsday Fortress. Wait, stop here. See what's going on with that building outside. As the subordinates continue to observe, the situation inside the Doomsday Fortress is fully observed. Sister Rui's got quite a few people in there. But their weapons are very outdated. Their only advantage is that the factory is built pretty sturdy. But the driver is very confused. Then how did they take down Zhang Wenqing and Lin Guangkai? Listen to Sister Rui's explanation from the side. Isn't it obvious? They ambushed and played dirty, letting the horde in. I told those two idiots a long time ago. Using the villa area as a base is not safe at all. But now that we're talking about it, heaven sees we're having a hard time. And is sending us prey and a base. It's making me a little embarrassed. Wen Yen's subordinate asks suspiciously, so, do we go now? But Sister Rui just smiles and says, not in a hurry. Everyone, go back and rest for a while. Bring more weapons and manpower when you come back. But just then, my car is also driving over. And we'll soon meet Sister Rui and them. And Ning Wanwan is still excited. Because after going back, I not only have a big bed to sleep in, but also a hot shower. But I recognized Sister Rui's car right away. And reminded everyone to be alert. Someone in front has prepared weapons. Wen Yan Zhang Kai quickly prepared for battle. As the two cars passed each other, I immediately saw Sister Rui, who didn't look friendly. And Sister Rui also found the lambs in her eyes. At the same time, the system suddenly dinged. Sure enough, there was a new task again. She's a heartless gangster boss in the apocalypse. But she has a very special habit. That is, she likes to follow men to the toilet. If your urine has even a little splash, then I'm sorry, you're out of luck. All that awaits you is death. TCH, I thought it was a rare find. But it's just a small fry. Just now. So I opened the task panel and looked. Nemesis of evil. The requirement is to resist invasion, reward is 50 points. At this time, I also reacted. Could it be the woman who just drove past? So I went back to the base as soon as possible. And then immediately came to the watchtower. And quickly asked Shanshan, have you seen any strangers around here just now? Wenyan Shanshan pointed to the distance. It seems like a car passed by over there. But it wasn't heading this way. I initially thought it was you guys coming back. What's wrong, little Yang? Is there a problem? Just in case, I'll immediately have Sheng Bo and Lao Li call everyone out. I have important things to arrange. Meanwhile, in the southern suburbs of Machen, a hissing static sound came from the walkie-talkie. Survivors, please come to Machen in the southern suburbs quickly. We have established a settlement here. We currently have a significant shortage of manpower. Machen should be right here, right? Let's wait a moment before we go. As soon as he finished speaking, a car drove over. A car is here, we're saved. Soon, the vehicle stopped. And getting out of the car. It was Sister Rui and her men. You all came to join us after hearing the broadcast, right? The crowd quickly responded, yes. Who would have thought these people wanted women more than their lives? Their eyes were fixed on Sister Rui's breasts. Watching Sister Rui's dark and glistening. Two bouncing mounds. The leading survivor immediately opened his mouth wide. At this moment, Sister Rui slowly spoke. Your timing is really perfect. Come on, follow us. It's not far anymore. The car is too full, everyone please walk. The leading survivor kept saying it was no problem. These two traitors actually regarded Sister Rui as their prey. Little did they know that in Sister Rui's eyes, they were just two walking corpses. Soon, the group arrived at Sister Rui's base. Seeing such a large factory building, the leading man exclaimed in surprise. Wow, so spacious. Great, we finally have a place to stay. Suddenly, I feel like using the restroom. Can I go outside and then come back in? Hearing this, Sister Rui glanced at him. No need, there's a restroom inside. I'll take you there now. As the light yellow water flowed with a gurgling sound. The man was still fantasizing about the good things to come. But Sister Rui, this ruthless female demon, was actually staring straight at the man's little dick. The man even felt a little embarrassed. That girl, I know what you're thinking. Come on, serve your brother well, don't be shy. Your brother is very strong in that area. But before he could finish speaking, there was a whoosh sound. He widened his eyes and screamed. Sister Rui coldly looked at the man. Without hesitation, she slashed down with the dagger in her hand. The next second, there was a thud sound, proving that the fearless man died violently on the spot. Sister Rui had a disdainful sneer. Thought he was something special. Turns out all he can do is cut. Just as Sister Rui walked out of the bathroom, her subordinates reported that everything outside was taken care of. Sister Rui said they did a good job. And to drag out the guy from the bathroom too. And also call out number 2 and number 3. On my side, I gathered all the personnel together and explained the general situation to everyone. Someone outside is targeting me? But currently, I know nothing about the enemy. From now on, we may face intrusions from external enemies every day. Zhang Kai, Chang Yan, wave at them and come out with me. Clear out that unfinished building. In the southeast direction too. Let those refugees outside temporarily move into it. Otherwise, they'll all become cannon fodder when the enemy attacks. Wen Yan Shan clenched her fists. Brother Xiaoyang, I and Si Yan want to go too. Us too. The two of us brothers want to help you too. Me too, Brother Xiaoyang. You little brat, what are you getting involved for? Seeing everyone's enthusiasm, Ning Wanwan couldn't help but feel a little motivated. This atmosphere. Can I go with you guys too? Wen Yan, I looked at everyone seriously. Have you all thought this through? There shouldn't be any danger over there. Shang Bo and Lao Li can stay behind to guard the home. The rest of you can come with me. So, under my leadership, we quickly formed a team of more than 10 people. And our target is the zombies entrenched in the unfinished building. Under Chang Yi's leadership, I didn't expect these people to be so powerful when mobilized. In less than half an hour, all the zombies were cleared out by us. Everyone, check yourselves. See if anyone is injured. Then I instructed the people behind me. We might be attacked in the next few days. You can temporarily settle down here. But unexpectedly, everyone replied in unison. We can fight too. We also want to contribute our strength. Wen Yan, I pondered for a moment. Okay. If that's the case, then you guys clean up this place first. I'll send some handguns and magazines over later. When the enemy attacks, we'll communicate via walkie-talkie. Remember, you must obey my command. Meanwhile, on Sister Rui's side, her subordinates are busy preparing to seize Mao Wei's supplies. Suddenly, a voice came from behind Sister Rui. What's wrong, boss? Is everything going smoothly? Meanwhile, the big guy next to him kept mumbling. Human flesh, eat human flesh. Sister Wen Yan Rui responded angrily. Smooth my ass? The Baikuishan Villa area has been taken down. We'll have to rely on ourselves for food from now on. Hearing this, Little Yellow Hair asked with a puzzled look. Do you know who did it? The big guy roared angrily. Human flesh. Baby's not happy without human flesh. But Sister Rui suddenly responded with a smile. It's a group from the eastern suburbs. And there are quite a few of them. Tomorrow morning, I'll lead a team with the second in command. And slaughter all those people in the eastern suburbs. As for me, to deal with the upcoming crisis, I'm pulling up the system store overnight. 46 chicken points. I wonder if the system has any new boxes. Opening it, it looks pretty good. Awakening supply box 25 chicken points. Doomsday Farmer supply box 15 chicken points. Sugar and squid protein supply box 5 chicken points. I didn't expect there to be 2 level 2 boxes this time. 46 chicken points are enough to buy them. Then let's see what good stuff is inside. It started. The territory war between me and Sister Rui has finally begun. And this time they're even using someone to send an evolved person with thick flesh to forcefully demolish the gate. And they can also act as a group meat shield. And I have also made thorough preparations to deal with this big guy, Lauer, number 2. I even brought out the ancestral weapon from 18 generations ago, which is the dream of all snipers. The Barrett rifle. Just now, when I opened the box, it was physical overload. Increases own attributes by 25%. But after the effect ends, you will enter a weakened state. 25 points of enhancement plus my 33 points of physicality. Then after the increase, it can exceed 40 points. This is just too good for me. It's equivalent to being able to unleash 8 times the strength of a normal person. I can't wait to test this new ability. At the same time, on the outskirts of the Doomsday Fortress, Sister Rui's convoy intending to invade is rushing over. Sister Rui solemnly reminded her subordinates, emphasizing the attack strategy to everyone again. First drive and kill the refugees outside. Then when Lauer, number 2, starts breaking down the door, everyone uses the modified cars as cover for suppressing fire. Remember to make sure they follow the plan. And looking at Lauer, number 2, on the side, he kept shouting, I'm so evil. Kill people. I want to eat people. Soon, Sister Rui's convoy will reach its destination. And I am also conducting meticulous capture efforts. At this moment, Uncle Lee beside me wondered. Although this place is more secretive, the view is much worse compared to the harbor. And the blind spot at the base of the wall is too large. But I signaled to Uncle Lee to rest assured. Guarding here is not for the view, but to assign you a special task. Uncle Lee, upon hearing this, looked puzzled. What task? So I smiled slightly. I remember you mentioning before. You were a sniper during your years in the army, right? Uncle Lee awkwardly scratched the back of his head. You've got the wrong person, Xiao Yang. Not years, but only a few months. My skills were just enough to barely pass the marksmanship test. To this answer, I just calmly asked him. Then, can you hit the target accurately at a distance of 100 to 200 meters? Upon hearing this, Uncle Lee immediately patted his chest. You're underestimating your Uncle Lee a bit. As long as there's no strong wind, I can hit anything within 500 meters. If that's the case, then it's settled. And I've also prepared a powerful weapon for Uncle Lee. Then Zhang Kai brought out the powerful weapon. What is this thing? Why is it so heavy? It took me so much effort to finally move it over. Seeing this, Uncle Lee was immediately shocked. Yes. This is the legendary sniper rifle, the Barrett. Not just anyone can possess this. Xiao Yang, where did you get this? Hearing this, I said, Uncle Lee, don't ask so much. We only have 2 magazines. Holding the Barrett, Uncle Lee caressed it lovingly. I understand. Wow. This is the dream of every sniper. Are all the others in position? Then tell everyone. The enemy may appear at any time. Everyone, perk up and don't take risks. This is Shan reporting from the tower. Wei Wei has detected an anomaly. A team of unidentified vehicles is rapidly approaching. Roger, roger. Enemy attack. Everyone prepare yourselves. Strange. Where have all the refugees outside the wall gone? They weren't all slaughtered and eaten, were they? Should we stop and take a look? But Sister Rui immediately refused. No, we must charge directly. We are already close enough. If they discover us, it will be difficult to organize an attack. Everyone, listen to the order. Charge to the base of the wall and immediately find cover. Meanwhile, Shan also immediately commanded. The enemy has entered the firing range. Fire! As the words fell, the weapons in everyone's hands began to fire intensively. Although Rui Jia's convoy had been modified, it couldn't withstand the carpet-like intense shooting. Soon, the driver in the lead was hit by a bullet in the chest. Immediately, the car slid uncontrollably to the side. Even the wheels were blown away on the spot. A violent explosion erupted on the scene. Seeing this, Rui Jia immediately thought, damn it. We've been discovered. How is this possible? At this time, Rui Jia's subordinates were also in chaos. Rui Jia, what do we do now? Keep charging. Immediately rush to the wall and find a place to hide. Before long, the convoy arrived at the foot of the wall. This place is also conveniently a blind spot for shooting. Lao was the first to get out of the car. Without saying a word, he picked up a giant cutter. Fire. Kill. I want to eat human flesh. He then began cutting the 50 centimeters thick steel door. Immediately, sparks flew from the door. Shan also immediately noticed Lao intentions. Damn it. There's a pervert forcing Dahai. Everyone, aim at this pervert. Full fire. Everyone started shooting at Lao second brother. Sister Rui also noticed this, and kept counter-attacking frantically at Shan's position, suppressing fire to cover Lao. As the dense bullets came, Shan's side quickly became very passive. Si Yan, 4 eyes, was shot accidentally. Jian Zhuang Zhongkai quickly dragged him aside. It seems they also have many submachine guns. Their firepower is not much weaker than ours. We must persevere. Their ammunition is limited. But we have plenty of ammunition. That pervert is still frantically cutting the steel door. Not good. Once the door is opened, we will be very passive. Upon receiving the message, I just responded faintly. Don't worry, everyone. I know what I'm doing. Then I quietly opened the back door and quickly ran to Uncle Lee's position. Sister Rui's ammunition is already more than halfway used. But Lauer's steel door has not been opened yet. Almost there, almost there. Lauer then entered a frantic cutting mode again, as the last millimeter of the steel door was cut off. Not good, the door has been opened. Everyone quickly go to support the door. Absolutely cannot let them in. Sister K's expression at this moment was exceptionally ferocious. Hey! A bunch of country bumpkins. Let me give you a good look at the Purifier's cave entrance. Everyone, hide behind Lauer. Occupy the shelters as soon as you enter. Lauer was about to forcibly pry open the steel door. And I was ready to respond as well. Lao Li, get ready to listen to my command. Do you see the strongest guy in front of the enemy? Lao Li said he saw him. Then very good. Next, this big guy is up to you. Who would have thought that the military sniper rifle Barrett in Big Brother's hand? When it hit the Purifier muscle man, it was like a tickle, leaving only a shell of less than 1 centimeter on his body. But the boy, relying only on the World War II era stock PPS-47, on the spot, blew up the Purifier muscle man's doghead. Not only that, even the Purifier mob boss, known for her speed, had her leg shot off by the PPS-47 on the spot. This scene made Big Brother Barrett question his life. You're telling me this is a World War II era stock PPS-47? Just now, Lauer was also really violent. He roared at the crowd. I want to eat human flesh. The sight of this scared everyone silly on the spot. Is this guy even human? Like a wall of bronze and iron. Walking towards the bullets. The bullets are like tickling him. Even bullets with a slightly larger caliber can barely penetrate about a centimeter. But the wound quickly heals a bit. Seeing this, Soundwave exclaimed on the spot. This guy can actually heal himself. Sister Rui hid behind and smiled slightly. A bunch of hillbillies, are you dumbfounded? I guess this is the first time these guys have seen a purifier. At this moment, a voice came from Uncle Lee's earpiece. That big idiot has the ability to heal. We can't kill him with small arms. Then try this. As he spoke, the Barrett's bullet burst out of the chamber. Suddenly, there was a thud sound. Old Two's dog head was blown apart on the spot. Immediately afterwards, the huge body collapsed with a crash. Sister Rui didn't even react. What's going on? How could this happen? At this moment, Sister Rui was shocked into a cold sweat. These people actually got weapons of this strength. How is that possible? Just as Sister Rui and the others were wondering. I, holding an AK, had already circled around behind them and started shooting wildly without saying a word. Seeing this, Sister Rui and the others secretly cried out in alarm. There are enemies behind us too. We're surrounded. Then Sister Rui scolded angrily on the spot. Damn it, miscalculated. I underestimated these guys' strength. So, the remaining members of the Alliance organization hurriedly retreated. They didn't forget to fire back while retreating. Everyone, retreat to the car. But the next second, Sister Rui's eyes widened. It was actually her. The kid from the car opposite us earlier. At this moment, I was holding a gun.